speaker tonight is Shelley Duncan. And Shelley is a HR executive and has been recently appointed to the head of HR with Minprovise, who we've already heard all about tonight. She's also creating a microbrewery with her husband, Paul, who's also here tonight. Welcome. And in her spare time, if she's got any, she's actually studying law. And we're in for a treat tonight because tonight she's going to be presenting to us Lessons from Batman. Keep calm and carry on. Let's give Shelley a round of applause.
Thank you, Katie-Jeyn. Hi, everyone. Let me get this one up. So today I wanted to give you a bit of a power tip today. And this is really about how to genuinely add value when you are helping others, and also to avoid the traps that our perceived responsibilities as a leader often bring. So I want to start by asking you a question, which I probably already know the answer to given we're at an Ambitious Leaders Network, but could you please raise your hand if you are currently a leader or aspire to be a leader? Excellent, great, keep your hands up. If you enjoy helping others in the work that you do and giving to others, yep, great. That's really interesting. You can put your hands down now, thanks. So, look, for those of you who kept your hands up, I'm really hoping that my story will especially resonate with you today. So before I get to the juicy stuff, I would like you to get to know me a little bit better. So as Katie-Jeyn mentioned, I'm a human resources executive. I do my best work when I'm leading a human resources function for a fast-paced organisation, which is agile, with people that don't mind doing things a little bit differently and challenging to push innovation forward. So I'm currently the HR manager for Minprovise, which is that kind of company and those kinds of people. In fact, there are a few Minprovisers here today, and thanks for coming along, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Yay! Woo!
I'm also a part-time law student, averaging a distinction. I am the CEO of Header Hopper Brewing Company with my husband. We make a kick-ass coffee stout, a hoppy pale ale, and a very smooth pilsner. We aim to launch our beer to the market by the end of the year. Keep an eye out for our website. And I'm also a title-winning crump dancer. I've competed in both Dallas and Arkansas. And I'm a keen participant in Muay Thai, kickboxing, and I also enjoy the odd spin class here and there. To top off my awesome life, I am blessed with an amazing husband, Griffo, a wonderful family, including my awesome in-laws who are here tonight, thank you.
Yay!
And some really exceptional mates. We also have a cat who is heinous. And if that wasn't awesome enough, I have an outstanding career coach, the gorgeous Katie-Jeyn. So, 24 months ago, I had no time for the things I love. I was working 6 hours and I wasn't earning anything extra for it. I didn't have nearly as much time to drink beer. Every weekend just seemed to fly by and it felt as though I hadn't achieved anything after every passing week. I wanted desperately to study law, but I didn't feel like I could get the time to do it. I was seriously overwhelmed by life. I didn't realise this, but at the time I was being owned by literally everyone that I came into contact with. In fact, so much so, I was working as a general manager of HR for a mining company that hadn't paid me for close to 9 months. I was also doing a favour for a friend to overhaul their business's HR, and I had taken up contract work for a company which had stopped paying their contractors. I was working for free. At my lowest point, I was standing at the airport just after getting married, crying over the phone and begging my manager to pay me, just so we had the money to go on our honeymoon. As a result, I became really frustrated with my career and I had fallen out of love with the thing that I do best, which is HR. My career felt stale, I wasn't getting a chance to innovate and my brain was bored. even though I was flat out busy all the time. I was missing my family, my mates, and even that hideous cat. I didn't have time to achieve my full potential. So you might be wondering, how did a resilient, take no crap, independent, awesome, beer guzzling chick like me end up being a doormat? My first thought was that I was hardwired that way. I'm Catholic, British Indian, and we're known for being generous and forgiving. And just when you thought that unicorns don't exist, I'm about to tell you, I'm an HR professional that really loves people. Therefore, I came to the conclusion that I was a cocktail for doormatting disaster. And like many of you, when you stepped into your leadership role and in the spirit of being a great leader, you want to add value to the lives of others and potentially make a difference for someone. You feel like your duty is to be giving and helpful. So this scenario might sound familiar to you. I had a girl on my team that I was always helping out. I took the time to coach her, and I would work back a bit to finish off that project she didn't complete by the deadline, or redo that document she didn't get to do because she didn't understand the instruction I gave her 27 times, 5 different ways, including using a messenger carrying pigeon. Sometimes helping this person out would leave me feeling drained, but I would continue on because it was one person and they really needed my help, until this became a dozen people needing my help in a day. I wanted to add value to the lives of people I was working with, but I was doing it all wrong. I gave too much, and I was giving to people who didn't need the help or didn't want it. And so, just like Batman, and this is where I'm tying in my title, my generosity for helping others turned me into a social recluse. I was practically living in a cave and mysteriously disappearing early from events. All of my spare time was spent flying in to rescue people who had gotten themselves into some pretty shitty situations. And soon enough, those people became villains because I started resenting them for leaving me feeling drained every day without adequate thanks or appreciation. So I called Katie-Jeyn and I said, I'm not going to let people at work walk all over me and wipe their dirty, muddy little feet all over their doormat anymore. Because this doormat is gonna bite. She laughed, probably because she thought of someone standing on my back and me trying to have a go at their ankles. But in all seriousness, she knew what was going on with me, and she knew that I was at rock bottom. She knew what it was going to take for me to turn this around, and she knew I needed to change. So, quick question, show of hands, who loves reality and daytime TV? Don't be shy, we all do. Even my husband turns on Channel 10 at 4:30 p.m. for the 5 o'clock news. So, you guys are gonna love this next slide. And let me introduce you to a megaton of drama. I had a shed load of in common with this. Katie-Jeyn asked me if I thought I was helpful and if I thought people were taking advantage of my helpfulness and generosity. Well, yeah, I did. Katie-Jeyn asked, are you helping people without being asked? And are you assuming responsibility for someone else's drama? I was. That was it. I was Snow White's 8 dwarf. After dopey, grumpy and bashful, I was helpful. But I had always thought that being helpful was a good thing. It is, but it needs to be done in the right way, especially when you hold a leadership role. Let me introduce you to the drama cycle, which was introduced initially by Stephen Cartman and improved by Katie-Jeyn Romain. It is really pretty simple. When you fly into rescue, you will play each of these roles. Rescuing can be a comfortable spot for us independent folk to be in. It's much better than being a persecutor or a victim. But just like Batman, rescuing was bleeding me of cash, happiness, and having a life. I needed to change and I needed to get out of the drama cycle. Despite my innate programming, I needed to stop rescuing people. I had to learn to stay calm and carry on. To quit my inner Batman, I put some safety nets in place. So picture that person in your team who's causing you to work back. Each time you feel the need to rescue them, ask yourself, is that person perfectly capable of solving their own problem? And if not, should they be? What mechanisms are in place to properly deal with this? Like a policy, giving them a confidence boost, or a point of escalation? And lastly, if this doesn't work and they still seem to need your help, have you asked them? If they say they're okay, you need to walk away. You need to stay calm and carry on. By doing this, I wasn't rescuing anymore. I was staying clear of the drama cycle. This meant I was not sacrificing my time and energy for someone who didn't need my help. So my power tip to you is, when you quit being Batman, you'll learn to stay calm and carry on just like me. You will see amazing results in your life. For me, I got two main things back. I was able to drive my career forward and find a job that I really love, working with a truly incredible company being Minprovise. The executive team have developed a low drama environment and encourage us to stay calm and carry on working, having fun while we do it. Secondly, I'm kicking goals at uni and I'm doing the stuff I love again. I found my archived sense of humour. My new life mantra is, I achieve my full potential and I inspire others to achieve their full potential. I think if Batman gave up rescuing too, he might be a little bit less dark and probably have a few more mates other than creepy flying rats. Heck, he may even smile on occasion, as awkward as that would look. Thank you, everyone.
Wow.
Incredible.
Amazing. Let's give a round of applause, everybody. We all play the drama cycle without having any conscious awareness of it, and it can cause us a lot of grief in our life. So well done to you for escaping it, Shelley. Let's give her another round of applause.